Today, we're going to take a look at the 10 most embarrassing WrestleMania bloopers and botches. Let's get right on the video with number 10, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan is a WWE Hall of Famer, and some consider him the greatest professional wrestler of all time. On the night of WrestleMania 30, he came out as the selected host for the event and was joined by Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Having three of the most legendary wrestlers in the same ring, you'd think that everything would go smoothly. That wasn't the case though, as the Hulkster made a huge error. While cutting a promo to try to get the fans fired up, he talked about how great it was to be in the Silverdome. The problem was that this was the Superdome in New Orleans and not the Silverdome in Michigan. Hogan was probably getting WrestleMania 3 vibes, where he battled Andre the Giant in the famous match that is remembered for him being the first person to body slam the Giant. Well, both venues start with the letter S and have the word dome in them, so at least he was close. Of course, even the best can make mistakes on occasion, and even though the fans booed him, at least Michael Cole had a great time laughing about the situation. Number 9, Swagger. Ladder matches are well known for botches because of the high risk that they involve, so it's expected that mistakes would happen. Jack Swagger competed and won the Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania 26, but despite the celebratory moments, the events leading up to it were hilarious. Swagger got on top of the ladder and was set to take down the briefcase to win the match, which is seemingly the easiest and most relieving part of the match. However, this wasn't the case for that year. Swagger stood at the top of the ladder and struggled for almost 30 seconds, which felt like an eternity before unhooking the briefcase. Fans watching at home and in the arena instantly realized that he could not unhook the briefcase, leading to an awkward finish to a pretty good match. This was edited out from Peacock and the WWE Network. Number 8, GRONK. Imagine being a WrestleMania security guard, doing your job, thinking it'll be an easy night, and all of a sudden you see a 6'6", 265-pound giant trying to jump the barricade with the goal of disrupting the match. This is what happened at WrestleMania 33 when a security guard probably wasn't told that New England Patriots superstar Rob Gronkowski was going to have a spot where he enters the ring to get physically involved with Jinder Mahal on behalf of his friend Mojo Rawley. A group of officials quickly interfered, letting Rob do his thing and getting the show back on the script. Did she not get the memo? Who knows? You can take your own guess. Number 7, Undertaker. At WrestleMania 25, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels put on one of the best matches in WWE history. Despite the fantastic wrestling, the match included a botch that might be more famous than the match itself. With HBK outside the ring, Taker attempted his signature suicide dive to the outside. Michaels was supposed to pull the cameraman into the way who would catch Taker safely. Instead, HBK miscalculated and pulled the cameraman too late, which resulted in Taker landing on top of his head. The cameraman, who was played by Hall of Famer Jimmy Snuka's son, got released from his contract and never showed up again. Fortunately, Taker was able to continue and finish the historical match, gaining the win as well. Number 6, Vince McMahon. This entry actually includes 2 botches. They both happened at WrestleMania 38, where WWE Chairman Vince McMahon managed to steal the show. He was initially at ringside for the match between Pat McAfee and his protege, Austin Theory, but after winning the match, the former NFL star was challenged by McMahon to another match. Vince won his first match in 10 years with the help of Theory, and while they were celebrating in the ring, he seemed shocked when Theory's music hit. People seem to think that McMahon initially thought it was Steve Austin's music, knowing that the WWE Hall of Famer was about to enter the stage. And that turned out to be true, as the Texas Rattlesnake came out shortly after to deliver a stunner to Austin Theory. In epic fashion, the Hall of Famer tried to drink a beer with McMahon for old time's sake, before ultimately hitting him with a stunner as well. That is where the second botch happened. Austin kicked Vince and he fell backwards into the ropes, then fell forward, selling the stunner before Austin even hit it. It is one of the worst Stone Cold Stunner we've ever seen. It's so bad that the cameras even caught Austin laughing his ass off at the whole incident. Number 5, Mandy Rose. Even though WrestleMania 37 has been one of the most entertaining spectacles in recent WWE history, the show got off to a bad start. 1 hour before the event started, heavy rainfall began, which ultimately delayed the event for half an hour and also caused multiple technical and in-ring issues throughout the night. One of these issues happened during the women's tag team match. one of the participating teams, Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, would make their way down to the ring dressed in pink gear that made them look like Barbie dolls. Due to the rain on the entrance ramp, Mandy Rose tripped and fell on her backside before immediately getting up and trying to rescue the botched entrance like nothing had happened. Number 4, Batista. One wrestler that fans are shouting to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame this year is the Animal Batista. For such a great career that he had, it's a shame that his final match ever had a funny botch in it. That match happened at WrestleMania 35, where he battled his longtime friend and mentor, Triple H. While the actual match between himself and Triple H went by without any problems, it didn't start out perfectly. During his entrance that included a 4x4 truck, guards, and a lot of pyro, Batista actually tripped on his way into the ring. The Animal is well known for hitting the steel steps and then charging up them before hastily getting into the ring, only this time it didn't go as planned. Perhaps he was very emotional and nervous before his final match, and because of that, his foot got stuck on the ropes, which made him trip into the ring. It was an awkward moment, but he did well to recover from it and not let it affect the match. Number 3, Maria. WrestleMania 28 featured a tag team match with Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres taking on Kelly Kelly and television celebrity Maria Menounos. The match was okay, yet forgettable. What puts it on this list is the fact that after some time had passed, a brown spot was visible on Maria's white pants, and spectators and fans watching from home all bursted out in laughter, thinking that she had pooped herself during the match. But according to Menounos, the brown spot was from Eve Torres' makeup and not due to any sort of accident that occurred during the match. This is extremely possible since she was seen giving Eve a stink face during the match, but it's still kind of funny. Number 2, John Cena. The Undertaker vs. John Cena is a dream match that fans have been begging to see for years. After weeks of calling out the dead man, John Cena finally received an answer on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania 34. There wasn't much to the encounter itself, however, during the match, a major botch was committed by Undertaker and John Cena. The dead man went for his signature move, the Big Boot, which is a move that he performed multiple times throughout his career. However, it did not go as expected. The Undertaker went for the Big Boot, but Cena fell far too early and ended up selling the move when it was nowhere near his face. The botch ensured that their encounter shall be remembered for the wrong reasons, and the dream match should have happened in the peak form and not at the end of both competitors' career. WWE also edited this out and changed the camera angle, which looks a lot better. Number 1, AJ Styles. Edge vs. AJ Styles was a dream match in the making, and it finally took place at WrestleMania 38, but fans were left confused when they saw AJ Styles was already bleeding from his face when he came out for the match. For a second, everyone wondered if he stole a page out of Goldberg's book. Several people thought that the wound was caused by a cut from pyro, but it turns out AJ hit his head on the huge WrestleMania star on the entrance stage before he entered the ring. The hit was so hard that it cut his face. Although it wasn't shown on TV, fans in the audience caught the botch on camera. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.